Are you sad to see our garden go?
So sad. It means that winter is here and it's going to start getting cold.
Yeah.
The winter's coming.
Yeah, it's well, we had our first real winter frost. What's today? Sunday, November 7th. Our first winter frost was just Thursday and Friday. It got down to about 30 degrees overnight. And this is usually the time of year that we clean everything out. This is our little garden spot that we've been using for a few years in this house. It's probably one of the smaller garden plots we've had.
What size is it?
This little thing, oh, it's probably 7 or 8 feet this way, and it's about, I don't know, maybe 20, 21 or 2 feet this way. But actually, it doesn't get full sun because the house, this big roof peak right here kind of cuts it off. So you really only have about this half of the garden. Now, here's what's interesting is, well, last year or the year before, we planted onions and garlic here, and they did fine even in the shaded part. They sit in the ground for probably 5 months, 4 or 5 months maybe, and they all did fine. And we might do that again this year. But that's why we put the tomatoes all the way out on this half this year, and they did pretty good. There was actually a fourth one. You see 3, there was a fourth one right here. We pulled it up because it just didn't do anything. I tell you one thing, we do love gardening. We love to get out, and even if it doesn't work, it's still fun to, there's nothing better than putting something in the ground in the spring, and just you cross your fingers and say, what kind of a year is this going to be? Here's hoping it's a great year for growing. And even if it doesn't work out, like this year wasn't a great year, then you still had a good time. And it doesn't cost a lot, and it just brings you so much joy. But man, when it takes off and everything is going great guns, and it's beautiful, and it's edible, and it's tasty,
You don't even have to go to the grocery store.
you don't even need to go to the store. I mean, when we had a great garden in Heber, I don't think we ever went to the damn store to get, no, we didn't go to the produce section. Yeah, I mean, in the fall, the biggest thing here is the leaves. We'll in a second, I'm sure you'll show the rest of the yard, but there's a lot of leaves that come down. So it's the season now where everything's just kind of starting to get ready for winter. So we'll pull all this up, we'll till it. I got a little tiny garden tiller. We'll till it up, clean it up, probably throw some onions and garlic in here, and then leave them until, probably May. We'll pull up all the flowers, the mums. We'll leave whatever herbs, perennial herbs that will survive the winter. We'll keep those there. And then we just sort of clean up around the edges here. We'll pull up all the sort of tropical plants, the canna lilies. We'll trim the sea grasses we've got out front. All of our the trees, the crepe myrtles, we got 6 or 7 of those. They're long since done, so they're shedding. And then after that, it's really just getting out every week and hitting it with the leaf blower and keeping everything kind of cleaned up. But leaves, here we are first week in November. From now until for the next 3 or 4 weeks, it's all leaf maintenance. That's kind of what we got. So here's to the winter.
Happy gardening.
And here's to, thank you, and here's to better tomatoes next year.